Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How are you guys doing? All right, so I'm reading the chat on the side. Hopefully, you guys are all doing well. And today, because I actually have a Calculus 2 exam 3 tomorrow, so I decided to just do one of the old exams that I have. And if you are in my Cal 2 class, welcome, and then good luck on the test tomorrow. But anyway, though, I didn't print out the file, but you guys know it. The file is in the description. We have a total of 13 questions. The first 6 questions are multiple choice, and then the rest of the questions will be in the short work format. All right, so that's usually my mix for my exams. Okay, so hopefully you guys are doing okay. No, this is not pre-recorded. This is live stream. And here we go. First question. Well, we're going to calculate the series as n goes from 1 to infinity of 1 over n squared plus 3n plus 2. And we are supposed to get value out of this. And as you can see, the bottom right here can be factored. And we'll just go ahead and do that. N plus 1 times n plus 2. And yes, this is going to be a telescoping series. And let's just go ahead and do this real quick. So this is the series as n goes from 1 to infinity. Well, we are going to have some number over n plus 1 and then add it with some other number over n plus 2. Here's the deal. Go ahead and cover this up and let n equal to -1, right? And then you put it in here. One over -1 plus 2 is 1 over 1, which is just a 1. All right, and then look at this. To figure this out, we go back to the original, cover this up, and then plugging n equals -2 into here. And then we get 1 over -2 plus 1, which is just -1 on the bottom. All in all, it's just -1. All right, so usual telescoping series. Now, check this out. This is the fast way. They are of the same kind, but they are off by 1 term. Therefore, the way we can do it is go ahead and plug in 1 into here, and that will be the first term. So we just write down 1 over 1 plus 1, which is 2, of course. And that's it. That's the leading term, pretty much. And then we are going to just write this down. right? Remember one term in the front and then one term at the end. So this right here is minus, and then we have the 1 over n plus 2. All right, so this is pretty much the deal. And don't forget, we are going to take the limit as n goes to infinity. So this is actually the nth partial sum of this telescoping series. And then the truth is, when we have n goes to infinity, this guy nicely goes to 0. Therefore, the answer is just 1 over 2. Right? So usually the first question, like a little warm up, little appetizer, not so bad, right? And definitely need to know the answer for that. So that's it. All right. Hello, Abdul Jabbar. Nice to see you again. And then Asha and everybody else. Nice. Oh, Noah, it seems like you finished the test already. Oh, David, Gus, hello. I still have to work on your differential equation, but I've been busy with my class lady, so yeah. Okay, I think this is more fun than I think solving exams is more fun than usual lecture, right? Because I did a lecture for the series, and I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, let's see if I can fit in number 2 here, but like, no, I'm going to just do number 2 for you guys that on the whole board. All right, this is number 2. I give you guys a series as n goes from 1 to infinity, and then we have 1 minus 1 over n, and then raised to the nth power, and we have choices, right? So the first option says we are going to see that, this right here converges by the root test. Root test, right? Or part B says this right here diverges by the root test. And then C says this right here converges to 1 over E by, well, in my class, I call this the fact. So I'll just write that down, which is, well, you should know that. And then D, this right here diverges by test for divergence. And then choice E, wow, this is the best option ever. I don't know. I don't care. This is option E. All right, so go ahead and leave the answer in the chat right now. I will be looking at the chat. So go ahead and let me know what do you think about the answer. Come on, let's do it quick. So which one? All right, if you select choice E, this is automatically false. All right, just playing. Okay. This is just live stream. That's why I put this option just for fun. And then in fact, I put it on the file just for fun. And now let's be more serious. Okay, so here's the deal. If you look at this, 1 minus 1 over n raised to the nth power, well, this reminds you of the fact a lot, right? But if you just kind of look at it, let me just tell you guys this on the side. The fact says, if you take the limit as n goes to infinity of 1 plus a over n raised to the a n power, raised to the bn power, raised to the bn power, well, this gives you e to the ab power, all right? So of course we can use that. But you see, this right here is actually our an. This is the series of an. Well, if you take the limit of an, let me just perhaps put this down in blue. If you put the limit as n goes to infinity of an, which is going to be the limit as n goes to infinity of this thing, right? 1 minus 1 over n raised to the nth power. By the fact, well, a is equal to -1 right here, and then b is equal to 1. So let's just put that down. Therefore, the answer is e to the -1 times 1, which is just -1. But you see, the moment that we're doing the limit as n goes to infinity of an, this is to test for divergence. This right here, well, don't just write it down. Do not choose option C, because we're not asking for the an. We're asking for the series of an. So C is not correct. C is not correct. Right? C is not correct. Once you notice the limit of an goes to e to the -1, and you see this is not equal to 0, in fact, we can say that this diverges by test for divergence. So you just have to remember the difference between an and the series of an. Again, this question is about the series of an, and if you take the limit of an, if it's not equal to 0, congratulations, we can say that this right here diverges. And now you might be wondering, how about a and b? Well, they are the opposite options of each other, right? So shouldn't that be one of them must be correct? Well, that's not true, because sometimes when you are doing the root test, you may not be able to draw conclusions. Just real quick for you guys, if you want to use the root test, right, this right here, we will have to check the limit as n goes to infinity, and then we do the root, right? The nth root, and then put the absolute value, and then you put this in here, which is 1 minus 1 over n raised to the nth power. Well, this and that cancel out, and you just have to do the limit as n goes to infinity of 1 minus 1 over n. When you have infinity to here, this thing goes to 0. Thus, you see this right here is actually equal to 1. If you do this limit, the nth root of the an, if this right here gives you 1, unfortunately, root test is inconclusive. So this is the sad face situation. We cannot draw any conclusion with the root test. So that's why A and B are not correct. Even though this is a divergent series, but you cannot say it diverges by the root test, right? So hopefully that makes that clear. And of course, for the people who choose option E earlier, yeah, we all have the sense of humor, of course. All right, so this is question number 2. All right, so after today, yeah, we'll be done for the series. And then, yeah, my students have a test on this tomorrow, and this is just like a little warm up for them, or yeah. Okay, let's look at the next one. All right, given the following, right, and then the question is asking, which of the following cannot be plugged in? All right, so I just want to write down the question real quick. Cannot be plugged into the following, which we have x minus 1 over 2x squared plus 1 over 3x to the third power, and then minus dot dot dot, and then we say this is equal to ln of 1 plus x. And I'm going to give you guys options. Option A is is 2. And then B is 1, C is 0, D is 1 half, and then E is negative 1 half. Okay, so if you guys take a look right here, which of these x values, these right here are the x values, right? So, yeah. Which of these numbers cannot be plugged in into the x right here? What do you guys think? And again, these are the x values. Right? This is like x is equal to 2, x is equal to 1, x is equal to 0, and so on. All right. The majority of you guys are saying A, which is correct. Well, keep in mind, this right here is the power series for ln of 1 plus x. For this right here, you have to remember that the interval of convergence is going from what? Negative 1 to 1. And you have to remember that you do not include the negative 1, but you do include positive 1. So this right here is the key. Right? This right here is the key. Because it looks totally okay to put 2 into this right here. Of course, we can just do ln of 1 plus 2. This is totally okay, right? But the problem is that you cannot put 2 in there and say 2 minus 1 half and then 2 square and then all that stuff and it's equal to this. This is not okay. Why? Because 2 is not inside of this interval. Therefore, the answer is A. 2 cannot be plugging into this power series. So this is the concept of the power series and also the interval of convergence, right? And then you see 1. It's actually okay because that's just like all the way at the end. Negative 1 wouldn't be good though, but I didn't have negative 1. These numbers, they are all inside of this interval, so they are all good, right? So this is number 3. So for my exams, especially multiple choice questions, I usually test the concepts, for the students to see if they understand the technical details or not just computations. 0 is okay. Yeah, earlier when we plug in 0, it's totally okay. All right, number 4. We want to find the first 4 non-zero terms. So first 4, and then the key right here is non-zero, right? First 4 non-zero terms. terms, 4, and then the key right here is non-zero, right? First 4 non-zero terms. For the power series, did I put on f of x? I didn't, so I'll just say for sine x at a equal to pi over 4, right? So this right here, we just have to do the work for this. Not so bad. All right, power series for sine x at pi over 4. Perhaps the safe way to do this is just do the table. So let's go ahead and do the table. We are going to have some n values, and then this is the nth derivative. And then lastly, we are going to enter the Taylor formula, namely the nth derivative of the function. And we are going to plug in the a, which is pi over 4. So let me just put that down. And then divided by n factorial. So the last part right here is just the Taylor formula. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully this is enough. Right? 0, 1, 2, 3. Starting with just sine x, because the zeroth derivative means the original function. And then just differentiate this a couple times. So we get cosine, and then negative sine, and then negative cosine. All right? Okay, so when we plug in pi over 4 into sine, remember your trick, of course. Once we put this in here, we get 1 over square root of 2. And perhaps I will write it down like this, so I have enough space. 1 over square root of 2. And then over 0 factorial. Right? And in fact, when you plug in pi over 4 into cosine, you also get 1 over square root of 2. So this is pretty nice over that. And then you have the 1 factorial. And then you keep going. This plug into there, you get negative because of that. 1 over square root of 2 over 2 factorial. And then lastly, negative 1 over square root of 2 over 3 factorial. Yeah. So I'm going to write down the answer for you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, sine x, when a is at pi over 4, the first term is just going to be this. And we are not going to write it in the sigma notation because I put this down in the multiple choice format. We just want to write down expanded form. So the first term is this. And that looks like just 1 over square root of 2. And perhaps I'll put this down in red. Yeah, to make it stand out a little bit. 1 over square root of 2. And again, this is at a equal to that. Next, we're going to add this, and 1 factorial is just 1. So we have 1 over square root of 2, and then we multiply this by x minus pi over 4. Remember, a is at pi over 4, so you have to do x minus pi over 4. So that's the second term, and the next we are going to have the minus. So I'll put this down right here, minus. And then we have 1 over 2 factorial, which is just 2, and then we have the square root of 2 right here. And we have x minus pi over 4, and then raised to the second power. And lastly, we have that, which is negative 1 over, again, square root of 2. But we have 3 factorial, which is 6. And then you have the x minus pi over 4 raised to the third power, and so on, so on, so on. Yeah, so this right here is the answer for it. All right, Adam, thank you, the microphone. And since you guys are here, this is how I do it. You guys notice that this is just a regular mic on the phone, and then this is the Pokeball. Yeah. I was going to do a video on how to create your Pokeball mic, but since you are here and you're asking, since you say you like it, let me just show you that. That's the secret. Right? So this is just a typical computation question. And now let's move on to number 5. So for number 5, we have another computation question. We are going to do the series as n goes from 2. This right here is meant to be a 2 to infinity. And then here we have negative 1 raised to the n plus 1 power. And then we have 1 over 3 to the n. And we're trying to figure out what's the value of this series. Does it converge? Yes, it does. How? You can use the alternating series test because we have this factor, and then just go ahead and write down the bn goes to 0 and bn decreasing and things like that. But better yet, this is not just an alternating series. This is a geometric series. This is how. Check this out. This right here is equal to the series as n goes from 2 to infinity. Have a look right here. This is the same as saying -1 raised to the first power and then times -1 raised to the nth power. Yeah. Break it down and then multiply by 1 over 3 to the n. Pair this up together and we can write this down as the series as n goes from 2 to infinity. Pay attention that we do have this -1, so this is negative. But this and that together, we can write it down as parentheses with -1 over 3 inside, and then raised to the, just kidding, raised to the nth power. Have a look. This right here is a converging geometric series. And it's a multiple choice question, you don't really have to show that. But be really careful though. N start with 2. The first term is when you put a 2 in here, so you get negative, and then -1 over 3, and then raised to a second power. This is the first term. And then over 1 minus the common ratio, which is this. This is our r, and just put that down, -1 over 3. All right, so that's that. And just do the math real quick. This is going to be -1 over 9 on the top. Over, this is going to be 4 over 3 on the bottom. And let's multiply the bottom and the top by 9. Simple and nice, yeah? Oh, look at this. This and that cancel. We have negative, and this is a famous number. Yeah, I made this on purpose, believe it or not. 12 on the bottom. Ladies and gentlemen, this is -1 over 12. Look at that. How cool is this? All right, so that's number 5. Why are 4 of 5 answers A? This is just, I made up this right here. I put together this right here just for the live stream. And because I'm going over this right here, so I don't really, I didn't really care about like the options in terms of like where the options are. Maybe I should just do, I shouldn't tell you guys this because just in case my students are actually in the live stream right now. Maybe I should just make all the answers tomorrow, like OBs or maybe OAs. Yeah. Maybe OAs, I don't know. Yeah. Okay, this is the Pikachu question. If you guys look at the file already, but I will tell you guys what this is about. Here you are given a power series. This is a series as n goes from 1 to infinity, and then we have, this is -1 to the n over n squared 3 to the n, and then x minus 2 to the n. So we are given the power series. Why is this a power series that you ask? You see the x right here. So this is actually a series representing a function, but we just don't know what the function is. But we do know the following. So it's pretty much like given r is equal to 3 and a is clearly equal to 2, and we want the interval of convergence, right? In fact, again, it's multiple choice question, so it's already a quicker question. That's why I give the radius of convergence equal to 3. If this is not given, then you can test this out. R is just equal to the limit as n goes to infinity of the absolute value. Look at this as Cn, right? This is a Cn. and just go ahead and do Cn over Cn plus 1, and you will end up with 3. But it was given, so that's save you some time. Anyway, based on this, we are trying to see the interval of convergence. So we will have to be really careful. And again, you will have to understand what does this mean. Have a look right here. We have x minus 2, right? The center is at 2. The idea is that here is the center at 2. Because the radius of convergence is 3, because the radius of convergence is 3, that means you can go from 2 to the left 3 times, and you end up with negative 1. And then you can go from the center to the right 3 times, so you end up with 5. With that being said, this will give you the interval. But the problem is that we do not know what will happen at the endpoints. Now, let me ask you guys this. Well, yes, we can take all the numbers inside, right? But let me ask you guys this. Have you guys seen the notation like this? Have you guys seen the notation like that? Have you guys seen this notation? No? Seriously? You have not seen this notation? You shouldn't, because I just made that up. The reason is because we do not know what will happen at the endpoint. That's why we don't know. That's why you didn't know what the notation means. But it's okay, because all we have to do is just test it out. Check this out. Remember, these are the x values, right? These are the x values. So we just have to check when x is equal to negative 1, plug into here and see if that series converges or not. So let's go ahead and do that right here. So we are going to check when x is equal to negative 1. Because remember, we still have to figure out, do we use bracket or parentheses? All right, so plugging negative 1 to this right here, we are looking at the series as n goes from 1 to infinity, negative 1 to the n over n squared 3 to the n, and we have negative 1 minus 2 to the n, like so. Well, this is negative 3, right? So let me just write this down. This right here is, let me just put that down. This is the series as n goes from 1 to infinity. We have negative 1 to the n over n squared 3 to the n, and then this is negative 3 to the n. Well, negative 3 to the n is the same as negative 1 to the n times 3 to the n, right? So just work that out and you get this. This and that cancel out nicely, and negative 1 to the n times negative 1 to the n becomes just positive 1 all the time. So this right here is actually just a series as n goes from 1 to infinity, and then we have 1 over n squared, which clearly converges by the p series. Yep. So in fact, I will come back here, and then I'm going to, erase that, and then use the bracket. Okay? So now we know about negative 1. Well, for 5, do the same thing. So I'll put it down right here. We are going to check when x is equal to 5. Put the 5 in there. So we are looking at the series as n goes from 1 to infinity. Yeah, I know how you guys feel. Let me tell you, one reason that people don't like about series is because we have a lot of things to write down. That's why. But anyway, this is what we have. This right here is the same as 3 to the n. So altogether, this is a series. N goes from 1 to infinity. We have negative 1 to the n over n squared 3 to the n. And then this is 3 to the n. But this and that cancel nicely. This is the alternating version of the 1 over n squared, right? The alternating version of this. It also converges. You can do the alternating series test just to be proper, but it's a multiple choice. Once you see this, it converges, then that's it. So we can come here and then erase this, and then we'll say, hey, hey. In fact, we include both endpoints. Therefore, for this question, the interval of convergence goes from -1 to +5. Right? So that's it. Yeah. All right, so continue. And for the people who just joined the live stream, because it looks like we have more people now, there will be a replay so that you can see what we did for the multiple choice part. And now we're going to the shorter questions, right? All right, so number 7, we're going to determine if the following series converge or diverge, right? So number 7, sorry. Number 7, here we have 1 over 3 minus 1 over 6 and then plus 1 over 11 and minus 1 over 18 and then plus 1 over 27 and so on, so on, so on. All right, real quick, go ahead and try to figure out the formula for this. So what's the formula for these numbers? In the meantime, cheers. No, formula, because I'm trying to write down all the work, so it's not just a matter of converge or not. Well, I helped you a little bit. Yeah? Yeah? Sigma. N goes from 1 to infinity. Yeah. Okay, a lot of you guys are getting this. Notice that the first term is positive though, and then if we use n is equal to 1, then we will get -1 to the n, either +1 or -1, up to you. Doesn't really matter. Let's put on -1, yeah, because you will give it alternating anyway. And then you will always have a 1 on the top. Check this out. This right here is the same as 1 squared plus 2. This right here is the same as 2 squared plus 2. Likewise, this right here is the same as 3 squared plus 2. And 16 plus 2, which is 4 squared plus 2. And you guys can see the pattern. So all in all, it's just n squared plus 2, like that. So in this case, this is clearly an alternating series. Therefore, we can just consider this to be the Bn. And then just to be proper, let's go ahead and write down the arguments. So first, we're going to check. Remember, there are two things for us to check. We have to take the limit as n goes to infinity. Of Bn. Does this give us 0, right? Well, this is just the limit as n goes to infinity. Bn is that, which is 1 over n squared plus 2. Yes, we end up with 0. This is pretty clear. Here we go. Number 2. Well, Bn plus 1, is this decreasing? Then I don't know yet, put down a question mark, and then that. Just do the math real quick. I will just write this down. We get 1 over n plus 1, and then we square that, and then we add 2 to it. is this less than or equal to 1 over the original right here, right? 1 over that. And it's clearly true because the bottom here is bigger, but again, that may just be a little bit more, yeah, show work, yeah. So let's just cross multiply because everybody here is positive, so this goes there, which is n squared plus 2, and is this less than or equal to that? N plus 1 squared plus 2. Yeah, it's totally true, right? Because you can get rid of the 2, and this is bigger than that, so I should say for n is greater than or equal to 1, but yeah. Sometimes when you're doing an inequality proof, the problem is that when you are supposed to stop, but this right here should be really clear that it's true, so you can stop. Therefore, you can draw the conclusion. And the conclusion is that this guy, the series as n goes from 1 to infinity, negative, this guy, the series as n goes from 1 to infinity, negative 1 to the n minus 1, 1 over n squared plus 2. This guy converges by the alternating series test, right? So that's it. However, if this question is asking you for the absolute convergence, then in that case, you just take the absolute value for it, and it actually still converges. In fact, this right here converges absolutely. But yeah, let me just do this version. Yeah, let me just put this down for you guys. Right? Because I realized I was supposed to check absolute convergence, but yeah, maybe at the end. Yeah, so that's it for that. And okay. All right, number 8. Well, here are the fun ones. We are going to integrate the following as a power series, right? So part A, integral x e to the x to the third power dx. Wow. I don't think this is doable with the usual method. Use substitution? No. Integration by parts? No. Nothing. But power series. Yes, and this is how we can do it. So perhaps I'll write it down on the side, just as a reminder. For e to the x, right? Let's just put that down first. When we have e to the x, this right here is equal to the series as n goes from 0 to infinity, 1 over n factorial x to the n's power, right? So that's what we have. Now we have to get this. So we are going to do x times e to the x to the third power. Well, first, just focus on this part. What do? Just plugging this into there, right? Just plugging x to the third power into here as well. Therefore, we get the series as n goes from 0 to infinity, 1 over n factorial. And we have x to the third power and then raised to the nth power. Okay? And remember, the radius of convergence for e to the x is just infinity. That's nice because if you have the cube rule inside, if you put a cube inside of the inequality and then do a cube rule and things like that, whatever you do, you'll still get r is equal to infinity. But wait, we're not done yet. There's one more thing right here, the x. If you multiply this by x, all you have to do is multiply this by x as well. So in fact, this right here becomes the series as n goes from 0 to infinity, and we have 1 over n factorial. And this right here is x to the 3n power, but we will have to multiply this with that. So you just add a 1 to it, right? Therefore, this right here is actually equal to that, and it has the radius of convergence being infinity. So this is really nice. Now, we just have to write this down. We will just have to integrate this thing, which is that the series as n goes from 0 to infinity, and we have 1 over n factorial times that x to the 3n plus 1, and then just dx this guy, and perhaps let me just kind of separate this. I shall put this a little bit to the left. I mean, a little bit to the right, but too late. Anyway, this is what we have. Now, this is the easiest question ever. Well, to a certain degree. Nice. Just want to have the cube rule infinity x as well with infinity. We will just have to integrate this thing, which is that the series as n goes from 0 to infinity, and we have 1 over n factorial times that x to the 3n plus 1, and then just dx this guy, and perhaps let me just kind of separate this. I shall put this a little bit to the left. I mean, a little bit to the right, but too late. Anyway, this is what we have. Now, this is the easiest question ever. Well, to a certain degree. Once we have the power series, we can integrate this so nicely. Add 1 to the power, so the new power is 3n plus 2, and divided by that. So just put it down somewhere, 3n plus 2. So ladies and gentlemen, the answer to this right here is just the series as n goes from 0 to infinity power. Once we have the power series, we can integrate this so nicely. Add 1 to the power, so the new power is 3n plus 2, and divided by that. So just put it down somewhere, 3n plus 2. So ladies and gentlemen, the answer to this right here is just the series as n goes from 0 to infinity. Write down the coefficient, 1 over. Usually, write down the 3n plus 2 first, and then the factorial at the end. And then we have x to the 3n plus 2 power. There's one more thing though. One thing that we are missing. Are we done? Yes, plus c. But usually if you put down plus c here, it looks like the plus c is instead of the summation. So, when we are doing this, I will recommend you guys to put down c plus instead. So that way it's more clear. And let's also indicate that r is infinity, because without the radius of convergence, the form is not that useful. So that's it, right? So that's pretty good. Take a look. All right. There's another one that we are going to do. All right, so for part B, here we are going to integrate inverse tangent of x squared, right? So we are going to integrate inverse tangent of x squared dx. All right, we'll do what we did earlier. So let me just put that down right here. When we have inverse tangent of x, right, of x. So this is just the original one. This right here is equal to the series as n goes from 0 to infinity. Remember that inverse tangent is odd, and for the series, it's alternating. So go ahead and just do -1 to the n because it's alternating. And it's odd, so you will see the odd numbers, but you are not going to get the factorials. That's for sine. I'll just put this down, 2n plus 1, and then you have x to the 2n plus 1. And let me make the x red, of course. So that's what we have. And then I will say r is equal to 1. All right? Technically, I should put down an absolute value. I will write this down right here. I will do this technically, right? Absolute value of x is less than 1. But earlier, absolute value of x is less than infinity because r is infinity. That's why I say if you take the cube root, you still get infinity. So that's the nice case. Anyway, for this, inverse tangent of x squared, yes, all we have to do is put the x squared in here. So yeah, it's just a lot of things to write down. N goes from 0 to infinity. And then we have -1 to the n over 2n plus 1 x squared and then 2n plus 1. So if you would like, just finish this real quick. This is 0 to infinity, -1, 2n plus 1, x to the 4n plus 2. Notice though, we should have absolute value of x squared being less than 1. But this is the same as saying absolute value of x squared is less than 1. You can put a square on the outside, and then you can just take the square root on both sides because absolute value of x is positive. So yeah, therefore r is still equal to 1. Yeah. Anyway, this right here goes there. So we're just going to put that down. And by the way, I'm not doing a live stream for power series like this because I already have a video, power series marathon. I did 26.2 power series for you guys already. So if you need practice with how to get the form for the power series and also the radius of convergence and things like that, you can check that out, right? Okay, so this is that. So we just put down the series as n goes from 0 to infinity, -1 to the n, and then here we have the 2n plus 1, and then that, x to the 4n plus 2, and we have the dx. Okay, this is the happiest thing ever. Add 1, the new power is 4n plus 3, divided by that. Good, we're done, right? So let's just go ahead and write down the answer, C plus this time. And then we have the series as n goes from 0 to infinity, -1 to the n over this. Seriously, this right here, it's not hard, it's just a lot to write down. And then, yeah, and then let's write down r is equal to 1. So with all that, we are done. Oops, parentheses, yeah. I missed the -1 to the n. Where? Oh, right here. Thank you. -1 to the n. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Tony. So that should work. All right, couple more questions to go. All right, couple more questions to go. Okay, so let me see what the question is next. We have, oh, okay, number 9. Number 9, it's a slightly harder one. So series as n goes from 1 to infinity. Here we have 1 minus cosine of 1 over n, right? We are going to test out if this right here converges or not, and of course give a reason for this. Blue pen. Let's just go ahead and try. Yeah, let's go ahead and try. So I'm going to try. The first thing is, it's always a good idea to do tests for divergence. So again, we're just trying. So in that case, that means we're going to check. Again, this is just a try, right? We're going to check the limit as n goes to infinity of just this, which is 1 minus cosine of 1 over n. Okay, this is the limit as n goes to infinity. Well, in fact, let me just do it like this. Have a look. When you put infinity to here, this right here is 1 over infinity, which goes to 0, but it becomes what? 1 minus cosine 0, which is 1 minus 1, which is actually 0. Does this 0 do us any good? Help me out. I don't know. I forgot. Does this 0 do us any good? 哎，李湘老师你好，谢谢又来，早安。Right, does this 0 do us any good? No, it does not do us any good. Test for divergence, the 0 doesn't do us any good, right? So unfortunately, this does not, yeah, this is not presentable, so I will have to cross that out. Now, have a look. Good. Right, does this 0 do us any good? No, it does not do us any good. Test for divergence, the 0 doesn't do us any good, right? So unfortunately, this does not, yeah, this is not presentable, so I will have to cross that out. Now, have a look next. Because we see the 1 over n, maybe it's a good idea to do limit comparison test. So let's see. Try the limit comparison test. Well, this 1 over n, the series for that, we know much better. So I'm just going to put this down. We know that the series as n goes from 1 to infinity, 1 over n, this thing diverges, right? But if you want to do the limit comparison test, let's go ahead and check. We check the limit as n goes to infinity. We put this down on the top, which is 1 minus cosine of 1 over n, and then over the one that we know much better, which is 1 over n. So this is another kind of limit that we do, right? The limit comparison test. Well. You know what? We get 0 over 0. And you know what? Right here, I'm not going to use L'Hopital's rule yet. Because this is n. This is one of the notations that I really don't want students to do. DDN, please don't. Please don't write DDN because n is meant to be a positive whole number, or maybe 0. DDN, no, just don't write that. No, just don't. But what you can do is you can just check the check and just check. Let me just write it down in red and black. You check the limit as x. You change the n to x, right? 1 minus cosine of 1 over x, and then over 1 minus 1 over x, like that. Please don't write DDN. Write it down as x and then put down DDX. This is the check of the check. Why? Whatever this gets, we will have the same answer for that. That's the idea. But anyway, let's get to work for this. Differentiating, right, but still write down the limit as x goes to infinity. 1 goes away. The derivative of negative cosine is positive cosine. No, just kidding, positive sine. And then 1 over x. But don't forget the chain rule, multiplied by the derivative inside. Namely, negative 1 over x squared. Over the derivative of 1 over x, which is negative 1 over x squared. You see? This and that cancel out completely. When you take the limit as x goes to infinity, you put it here. You get sine of 0 and you end up with 0. Well, because this right here gives us 0, that means this limit is also equal to 0. Now, does this 0 do us any good in the limit comparison test? Does this 0 do us any good in the limit comparison test? Well, remember, for the limit comparison test, right, especially the version that I present in the class, if you end up with 0, no, it doesn't do us any good. It doesn't do us any good. Keep in mind, if you draw a conclusion right now, you will be saying that this right here also diverges. But that's not true, because this 0 doesn't do you any good. It doesn't tell you anything, right? But the detail for why 0 doesn't do you any good, it takes some more time to discuss. But for now, just remember that if this limit is 0 or maybe infinity, then we cannot draw any conclusion. So unfortunately, this is also not presentable. And what do we do when you have this kind of things happen on the test? Just have to cross it out, and then try again. That's all, right? So, man, this is so much work already. Are we done? No, because we still haven't figured this out yet. All right, so here's the deal, right? Keep in mind, this actually doesn't do us any good. We will still use limit comparison test, but now with this series. Anybody has any idea? Help us out. You might be able to get a cookie if we can help us out. Or maybe some ice cream. Jorge, that's correct. You do the series of 1 over n squared, but what makes you to do the series of 1 over n squared though for this? Then what's the hint? I don't see the n squared. I don't see square at all. So how can we do that? DCT might be slightly harder because that's the direct comparison test. You might have to use inequality, and you might have to come up with. It might be harder to come up with something that you know much better. So, yeah. All right, here's the hint. Yeah, here's the hint. Recall. So just put this down on the side. Recall that when we have 1 minus cosine of an angle, yeah, think about the times that we did integrations. Recall that when we have sine squared theta, hey, this right here, we know that this is what? 1/2 times 1 minus cosine of 2 theta, isn't it? So let me just write this down better, like so. Right? Sine squared theta is equal to this. Wow. This looks similar to that. Multiply both sides by 2. We get 1 minus cosine 2 theta being equal to 2 sine squared theta. Sine theta, like this. Here, as you can see, we want to have 1 over n. Therefore, we just have to let 2 theta be 1 over n. Therefore, theta is just equal to 1 over 2n. So if you put this in here, you get a very nice identity, 1 minus cosine of 1 over n is nicely equal to 2 sine square of 1 over 2n. Very, very nice. So this will give us a lot of hint. So now, let's go back there and let's write it down. We just have to test out the series as n goes from 1 to infinity of this guy. And that's 2 sine square of 1 over 2n, like that. Okay? Well, we are still going to do comparison, especially the limit comparison. But this time though, let's go ahead and put down what we know. I'm not going to use 1 over n because the truth is this is sine square, meaning sine of sine times sine. So this is actually being multiplied by twice. So let's go ahead and do this. We know the series as n goes from 1 to infinity. Let's use 1 over n squared. And of course, this right here, by the p series, right? It converges. Now, here's the check. Right, here's the check. And again, this is for the LCT, right? Just keep that in mind. We're doing the LCT. So we're going to do the limit as n goes to infinity. Put this down on the top, 2 sine square of 1 over 2n over the one that we have over there, which is 1 over n squared. Now, have a look, ladies and gentlemen. This right here is the limit as n goes to infinity. I'm going to write it down like 2, and then sine of 1 over 2n times sine of 1 over 2n, and then divide this by n, 1 over n, and then 1 over n. Oh, why did we do that? Well, check this out. I'll do a real quick substitution. I'm going to let theta equal to 1 over 2n, and as you can see, as n goes to infinity, theta will go to 0, so perhaps I'll just write it down right here. Let theta equal to 1 over 2n, and we get limit as theta goes to 0, right? Because you put infinity here, so theta goes to 0. And we have 2 sine of theta times sine of theta, right? And then over, man, if theta is equal to 1 over 2n, that means 1 over n is equal to 2 theta, right? So this thing is 2 theta, and this thing is also 2 theta. All right? Now you know what we can do. First, we can cancel the 2. And then here's the best part. This is the limit. As theta goes to 0, sine theta over theta goes to 1. And this right here also goes to 1. And this is legit because the limit of a product is a product of the limit under the assumption that the limit exists. Because the limit of a product is a product of the limit under the assumption that the limit exists. They do. So altogether, we just have 1 times 1, and we have a 2 on the bottom. So this right here is equal to 1 over 2. Now, does 1 over 2 do us any good? How are we going to use the 1 over 2? Do not just put on 1 over 2. You remember, for the limit comparison test, the limit that you end up with, as long as it's greater than 0 and it's finite, okay, one of two is of course not infinity, then you get to draw a conclusion. And the idea is that once you have the 1/2 right here, you are saying the ratio of this and that is about 1/2, right? So this and that behave, just about like half. You can just think about like half of the size. So this right here converges, that right here also converges. Therefore, we'll just say conclusion here, conclusion. That guy, originally, the series as n goes from 1 to infinity, 1 minus cosine of 1 over n, also converges by the limit comparison test. So you see, this is actually the answer, not the one that we got earlier. That's why I crossed out the blue one, right? So have a look on that. This is one of the harder one.
All right, well, let's do some troll levels.
Whether you've been playing chess for 10 days or 10 years, at some point you've probably wondered, how do I actually improve at the game? What are the necessary steps that I need to take to get better? And I understand it's a complicated question, and it's a mix of things. There's no easy answer. In this video, I'm sharing 7 games with you that I played on stream against my viewers against varying skill levels. I want you to pay attention to how my knowledge of this is noticing what my opponent wants. Not really a skill set that you can naturally practice, but you'll still notice how I coordinate my pieces and the like. I'm going to kick things off. 60% or so of my viewers. It's great. All right, let's keep rolling. This is a 3-minute game, so it will go a little bit faster. Let's play d4. Bishop f4 is my preferred second move. We'll see whether he commits to a King's Indian. Okay, he plays c6. That's kind of a strange move. Let's go e3. Okay, d5. Kind of a Slav setup. That was a good game. Very nice game. Is he going to go bishop f5? What's he going to do? Okay, he plays bishop f5. So against this, there's a few ways. c3 is very good. Very good. And like I said, queen b3. Thanks, Sharky, for the 3 sub-gifts. Against this bishop f5 London setup. So far, we have a completely symmetrical position, if you notice that. Complete symmetry. Now, I will show you a cool thing here to break the symmetry. Let's go knight d2. I am completely happy with this trade because of this. Knight to h4. This is very critical. His bishop cannot escape. He has not played the move h6 yet, so this bishop is going to get trapped with my knight. Use this. If you're a London player and they play completely symmetrical, now you go for the second bishop. So now we take, and we're just going to keep developing. Maybe bishop e2, maybe, I think bishop, no reason not to put the bishop on a more active square. Be careful, I'm playing a YM. Yeah, playing a YM. He's doing the same plan back to me. That's very rude. I'm going to play bishop g5. And hopefully he gets really confused. I'm going to play bishop g5. And hopefully he gets really confused. And forgets that this pawn is guarded by the bishop. My bishop is pretty safe here. I didn't want him to take. If I went back, that didn't work because he had the pin. Oh yeah, that's very yeah. I just saw that about I just saw that about Gordon Hayward. We're big fans of Gordon Hayward here. That move doesn't have a threat. I'm constantly, making sure I'm safe. I should castle. I'm not gonna castle into the open H file. I'm actually gonna castle queenside, away from all of this.
Doing guides today if it went for each and every one of you in the comment section telling me how great my guides are. Teaching good League of Legends, that's my passion, man. And I want to keep doing that. So listen carefully. Take this Gutter Crab, it's very important. And then get the honey fruit, but only eat 3 of them. 1, 2, 3, and then eat the rest of them. After that, go get Karthus's blue buff, but it's not up yet. So actually, maybe you should go back and get the Gutter Crab. So go back down to the river. And remember my first tip, put the box in front of the Gutter Crab so the Gutter Crab actually runs into it. And then kill Karthus. Then go finish your Gutter Crab off. And then go steal Karthus' blue buff. And then queue over so you can finish off the Gutter Crab. Now go finish off Karthus' blue buff. See, I may have fucking wasted your time, but for a good reason, because Karthus is back. Now make sure you thank Karthus for helping you with the blue buff. Thank you, Karthus. Thank you. You've been a real big help this game, Karthus. Even in death, you're helping me. I appreciate it, man. Now, you may be wondering, when the hell are you going to gank, Brian? A jungler is meant to gank. Well, I was getting to that part of the guide if you just gave me a second. Alright, time to gank. Listen carefully. Auto. 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 Auto the minion. Flash. Auto the turret. Boom! Ult! And get out of there. And that is the last time we're going to gank in this guide. If you have a problem, then go watch some other guide, because this is my guide, okay? You know, Shaco isn't even designed to be a ganking champion. He's designed to abuse the fuck out of jungle TP Karthus. Now, I've got this really cool Shaco trick, which I want to show you all. You want to ult and make your clone walk away. Kill win. And it looks like my clone just came out of visibility. So that's the real Shaco. And now that I faked my death, I must do the one and only job for me. And that is to assassinate jungle TP Karthus. Thank you all for following my guide, and I hope you all become better League of Legends players. Hey guys, this video is sponsored by Distera. Distera with your friends. Do landmark missions that will impact the entire game world. Close beta starts July the 6th, so if you're interested, use my link in the description to request access and add the game to your wish list now. Boom! What's up guys? It's 420 Tedmo here, back at it again with a brand new video. Today, I'm bringing you guys a brand new League of Legends video. I already said that. My name is 420 Tedmo. This is my first YouTube video ever. And we're playing Teemo in the top lane. We're going to be versing, I don't know why I'm down here. Versing Yorick in the top lane. We got a Viego in the jungle versus Ivern in the jungle. I think we have an Aurel in the mid lane versus a Lux in the mid lane. And we don't have an ADC, guys. Oh my god, we don't have an ADC. We have an ADC Lux, it looks like. But you know, that's fine. Oh no, it looks like we're getting invaded here. I'm sorry, I'm very nervous right now. It is my first YouTube video. So I hope you guys can understand. But it looks like they're in our jungle right now, and that's probably very terrifying for our Viego. So it looks like we're gonna help him out in the red jungle here. I'm wearing my my green skin today. I don't know if you guys knew this, but green is actually my favorite color. So hopefully I can do very well in this game. Anyway, we're gonna help out our Viego here with the red buff. And just like that. Maybe we'll go now. I think that's good enough. That seems good enough to me. me. I saw a 520 there, almost 420. My god, imagine. Imagine. Anyway, we're gonna head straight to the top lane. Oh no, we're gonna miss our first minion. Okay, we make it just back in time. And I'm just gonna wait it out. I'm not really good at last hitting. Okay, got that one. Got that one. And things are looking pretty good now. And last hit that. And go for an auto attack there. Go for another auto attack there. And we just got 2 auto attacks for what? A couple of minion shots. I am get the last hit there. And we should try kill these ghouls, I think, actually. Oh my god. They totally jumped at me. Get that minion over there. And get that minion. And let's try to auto attack him a bit right now. Oh, we're getting get out of it. No. Oh my god, we're getting gank, guys. And this looks free. I'm not gonna lie, this looks pretty good. This is looking pretty good right now. Do I have to flash here? I don't have to flash here. If yeah, you get flash, we get the first blood, guys. That is perfect. I didn't even realize the Viego was ganking us. Oh my god, I'm so fucking high right now. Anyway, we missed that minion, but that's fine. Irelia kills Lux and Lux kills Irelia. Oh my god, they just killed each other in the bot lane. I was confused for a second because they're kind of the same champion, but I think that's good for us. We're one.
Definitely not so long. Dude, what is even the win condition of this deck? What? Are you kidding me? Is there so many different versions of this deck? Yeah, this version doesn't seem good. I don't see the win condition. I mean, the win condition is just tempo, right? And then win this, but it's, I don't know, it doesn't feel like it's enough. Let's play some mage.
Jaina versus Thrall. Fear the coming storm.
You asked for it.
Hey, Beningdong. So many shamans, dude. Crazy. I feel like I only met shamans today.
Job's done.
We.
Turn up the heat!
Hmm. I don't play Ice Barrier, so this is gonna be hard, I think. Like, if she has Doom Hammer, I feel like I'm dead. Need to get, like, Ring Toss. Okay. Wow. Incredible. Hmm. So this is not fair. Are you kidding me? Hmm.
Oh, you built this for me?
Oh my god. So how do I win this?
What to do? What to do?
I could try to get my awesome ring toss into Ice Barons and slowly kill him. If I mask into mask, it's not enough, right? It's not enough. Okay. I have too many cards.
Time runs out on me.
Dude, is he actually losing because of this? See? Oh man. Dude, I'm gonna die next turn. Okay. I mean, I could do that. Wait, can I ever get lethal here? I don't think so, right? Maybe?
Hmm.
I don't think I can ever get lethal. Hmm. Dude, are you kidding me? Oh my god. Guys, did they remove Ice Barrier from the game? Wait, is there no ice bear anymore? Dude, this game is not fair. I'm gonna say it. This game is absolutely not fair. This game is rigged. And it has nothing to do with skill. Just kidding. Jebaited. Jebaited. This game is all skill. Everything about this game is skill. Dude, that taunt was too funny, dude. He didn't expect it as well.
I make my own luck. You asked for it.
Hmm. Oh.
I don't have enough mana.
Man, I kind of want to get this combo in, but it's too greedy, right? It's probably too greedy. Wee. This can actually be fine as well. Let's go this so.
What's up, guys? As you guys are trading with Zone, I will go to another one over this direction. This one will separate the zombie and villager in this farm. The next step is to come back to the front. Now place a lever at the spot. That lever will allow the step to break these two plate. Now focus the box over here. Words. After placing that to front, that's a dispensing potion. Now going to villager over here. You guys can get a step for a group workstation. It over to the villager, over to the
Just
minecart.
play this, I guess.
Very easy with villager. This is too fast, otherwise.
Don't have secret on my deck, so this
The next
feels
step is
kind
after
of
placing, we'll
useless.
show testing. Just link to that workstation. Placing that workstation, wait for the villagers to any workstation except for a grindstone. After placing that workstation, wait for the
You look
to name
very
that. To do that,
blurry.
now name the name
Oh, the
or
cam.
zombie. To do that, now place. Try to
Yeah,
look
maybe
for
I have
this.
to put the cam
1,
somewhere
2,
else.
3, 4, 5. Found is attracted to the
Maybe it's
villager
better
instead
now.
of you. You guys can punch it.
I
Then,
think it's
as you guys can
because
see
of
there,
the window.
then
but
try to
I
lure
don't know
over to
what
the
to do
minecart.
about it.
Once it's in, push it up this spot. After it's at that point, place
Jesus
2 blocks
Christ,
over here.
man.
1, 2. 1 at this spot. 2 over here. And finally, 2 over here. Then break the minecart. As you guys can see there, that should cause the zombies to go into that hole. Once you guys have completed that step, place a block over here. The next step, fill, then put a
No, I didn't
Do
do
you guys have a
giveaway
name tag?
yet. I
Now
might
use the
do
name
one
tag to
soon.
name the zombie. Dispenser. You guys can add any amount of splash potions you want, however, the more splash that your game is in hard mode. Having your game in
What
hard mode
the
will ensure that the
fuck?
villager
Why
is
is it so
always
big?
converted into a zombie
you
villager instead
kidding
of
me?
dying. If you guys are not in hard, ensure that the villager is always converted into a zombie villager instead of dying. If you guys are not in hard mode, you guys can still use the farm, however, there's a chance of your villager dying. Now, once the villager has become a zombie villager, flick this lever again. That should separate the zombie from the villager. If the zombie is on this side, you guys can flick the lever up, then wait for it to go back over. By the way, if you guys are having trouble getting your zombie to get over to the right
How do I
spot,
do this?
you guys can walk over here, then it should follow you over. Once it is over, you guys can flick this lever to separate it from the zombie villager.
minion.
You guys can make sure to push this button. Dude,
I'm gonna die to this
Price down
weapon
to
next
18.
time, so...
In order to get even more of a discount, you guys can repeat that process. To do that, first flick this lever up. That should allow the zombie to start attacking the villager. This button for the villager until you are able to trade one item for to get it emeralds before you hit. Now, hit the trade button. Once you walk forward and open the villager trading menu, emeralds from this farm. To use it, you're going to want to walk forward and open the villager on the trade. As you guys exit out of the trading menu, then get off the pressure plate. As you guys can see there, that will cause the workstation to move and the villager to relink to it. Now you guys will be able to trade with the villager again.
Page
All you need to do is
11,
walk forward and open the villager trading menu
12,
before
14,
you hit the pressure plate.
15. No. On them
As you guys can
off.
see there, the trade will become available
Are you
again.
serious?
This farm is a great, quick, and easy way to get a ton of emeralds.
12,
Make sure you guys wait for your villager
15,
to relink to the
16,
workstation after you
18,
step
so
over
I
the
can
pressure
only
plate
miss
before trading again.
twice.
By the way, in this farm, the villager will never level up.
Can I get lethal out of this?
As you guys can see there, for a stack of paper, I was able to get 64
If I
emeralds.
get ruined
By the
out,
way, if you guys want to be able to easily get a ton of sugarcane
What?
to make paper for trading in this farm, I recommend you guys
8,
make my
10,
Zero Tick
13,
Sugarcane Farm.
14.
A link to my Zero Tick Sugarcane
Yeah,
Farm
rolled up
tutorial
is
will be in the
lethal.
description. I hope you all enjoyed learning how to make this simple and efficient Minecraft Bedrock Emerald Farm. Let me know.
Anything else? Even lucky. I'll do one giveaway now.
여러분들 지금 재밌는 상황이 한 가지 벌어졌어요. 어떤 거냐면 제가 엘리가치 계속 오를 거라고 예언했잖아요. 엘리가치가 동결이 되고 오히려 내려가고 있습니다. 내가 놓친 부분이 있었어. 그게 어떤 거냐면 돈 벌기가 쉬우니까 그 엘리 던전 안 도는 사람들이 엘리 던전을 돌 거라는 걸 생각을 못했고, 시간이 없어가지고 엘리 던전 못 도는 사람들도 엘리 던전 돌게 될 것이라는 걸 제가 생각을 못했어요. 그러다 보니까 지금 저도 들은 건데 엘리 매물 쪽이요, 그 소량으로 판매하는 사람들이 확 늘었대요. 특히나 이게 엘리 소모처가 제대로 개선된 게 아니잖아요. 그냥 엘리 수급처만 개선된 거잖아. 그치? 그래서 결국엔 소모할 곳 없는 건 똑같단 말이에요. 소모할 곳 없는 곳이 똑같아가지고 엘리 필요 없으신 분들이 그렇게 판매하는 거야. 어쩌면 엘리는 쓸 곳이 없거든. 근데 잘 벌려. 나 엘돈 안 가는데 개꿀이네 하면서 버는 거야. 그래서 이게 갑자기 소량 판매가 많아지다 보니까 엘리 가치가 동결되고 오히려 떨어지는 신기한 현상이 발생되고 있어요. 근데 이게 나중 가면 또 어떻게 될지 몰라요. 일단 또 봐야지 알겠지만 변수가 두 가지가 있습니다. 첫 번째, 그 직업 각성에서 엘리를 만약에 소멸하게 된다면 그때 엘리 소멸이 얼마나 되는지를 지켜봐야 돼요. 그리고 두 번째, 그 신규 던전이 나오고 신규 템이 나오잖아요. 그런 곳에서 엘리 소멸이 얼마나 될지를 또 봐야 돼요. 이 신규 템이 나오잖아요. 그런 곳에서 엘리 소멸이 얼마나 될지를 또 봐야 돼요. 이 두 곳에서 엘리 소멸이 많아진다? 그러면 이제 지금 엘리 필요 없어가지고 판매하시는 분들이 확 줄어들고 다시 엘리 가치는 오를 테지만 만약에 그게 제대로 안 됐다? 동결 혹은 하락 계속 될 것 같아. 근데 세레스 서버는 좀 이야기가 다르지. 거기는 신생 서버라서 다들 진짜 돈 어마무시하게 필요할 거예요. 그쪽은 뭐 다른 이야기니까 패스할게요. 예, 자급자족 월드잖아. 아무튼 여러분들은 엘리 가치가 나중에 어떻게 될 거라고 보십니까? 제대로 안 됐다? 신생 쪽은 뭐 다른 이야기니까 패스할게요. 예, 자급자족 월드잖아. 아무튼 여러분들은 엘리 가치가 나중에 어떻게 될 거라고 보십니까?
And today I'll be showing you how you can get Deluxe membership on a website without even paying anything for it. Positive comment, encouraging comments for everyone. Maybe I'll really do a movie, all right? So this is pretty funny. So anyway, let's get back to our tutorial right here. So right in front of us, I have Open Web Application Security Project Juice Shop running. So this is a vulnerable web application system for us to run all of our ethical hacking techniques on. And by the way, hacking is illegal. If you want to run any ethical hacking, remember, do it only in your own lab environment. And of course, if you want to do it in the real world, all right, check out those bug bounty programs that's available from all these different sites and read through those terms and conditions properly, because you don't want to end up crashing someone's website, finding vulnerability, and getting yourself in trouble. Okay, so that's great. So now, of course, over here, we have two scenarios. And what I can do now is I have a couple of accounts. So I've registered an account right here, okay, and you can see ethical hacking. Remember, movie, all right? So this is pretty funny. So anyway, let's get back to our tutorial right here. So right in front of us, I have Open Web Application Security Project Juice Shop running. So this is a vulnerable web application system for us to run all of our ethical hacking techniques on. And by the way, accounts. So I've registered an account right here, okay? And you can see here, this is loyliangyang@gmail.com. So I'm already logged in. And if I go to the top left corner, I can click onto the tab, all right, onto the menu, and I can click on the Deluxe membership. So go ahead and click on it. And it states right here, Deluxe membership, become a member. So if I clicked on it, it states the following, right? I have to add a credit card. I have to pay using wallet. All right, so I have none of these options available for me. So I'm a normal user. So I do not have all these Deluxe membership privileges. So what can we do about it? That's the biggest question for today. So what I can do now is go to the top right corner, click on it, click on the web developer, and click under, in today's case, storage inspector. So here we can see there is a storage called token. So go ahead and click on it. And of course, you can see the following value. So I can double click under the value and I can copy it right here. And I'll teach you something really interesting today, which is called JSON Web Token, JavaScript Object Notation Web Token. So what does it mean? So let's go ahead and go to jwt.io, and we are going to decode the value that we have just copied. So let us scroll down further, and we can actually paste the value over here, okay? So once we've pasted the value, you can see on the right side, there are three key things that we're looking at. So this is the decoded on the right side, all right? Edit, the payload, and secret, whichever the case is. The first section, we have what we call the header. So this actually indicates the algorithm as well as the token type. So in this case, we have the algorithm as RS256, and the type is a JSON Web Token. And of course, right at the center is what we call the payload. All right, so the payload here has the following information. All right, so this is, of course, in JSON format. So you have status, success, you have the data inside of it. In this case, we have ID, we have the email address, we have the password, likely in a hashed value form. We have the role of the user. And this is the part where it gets really interesting, because we are looking at the following: role, customer. And the question will be, if we are a Deluxe member, would that be a different role? And what if we are an administrator of a website? Would that also indicate a different role? As you scroll further, you can see all these different details, okay? And then we have issue at and the expiration time. And of course, we can verify the signature of this. And JSON Web Tokens, you can think of it as a way of actually looking at someone's information, like their attributes, their user information, and so on. And a lot of times, some application servers may accidentally put really sensitive data into the JSON Web Token, and that is very dangerous, because this could be downloaded by the hacker to look at the structure of some of the attributes of the user, and even possibly the table of the database format. And all this could be used against the web application system as part of running all these hacking techniques on. So going back to the JWT token, possibly the table of the database format, and all this could be used against the web application system as part of running all these hacking techniques on. So going back to the JWT token, where application system as part of running all this hacking format, and all this could be used against the web application system as part of running all these hacking techniques on. So going back to the JWT token, we're able to see all these details now. And what we want to do here is to look at the second user and see if we're going to be able to find a different kind of information. So now I'm going to go ahead to go back to the OWASP Juice Shop. And of course, I'll go to the top right corner, click on our account, and I'll select log out. So once I'm logged out over here, I'll click on the account and I'll click login. And in this case, I'm going to log into an account who is a Deluxe member account, so that we are going to be able to see the differences in the JSON Web Token. All right, so let's go ahead and enter hackerloy at loyliangyang.com, and I'll go ahead and enter the password field and click login. So I'll go to the top right corner, once again, click on the web developer and click under storage inspector. So once more, we go under the token segment, all right? So double click on it and we'll copy it. So in this case, we're going into jwt.io once more, and I'm going to decode it, decode the JSON Web Token values. So let's go ahead and paste it right here. Okay, so do a right click and paste, and we'll see right here, okay? So we got the following payload. So we got the header as the same algorithm as well as the type. And if you see here, we have the email. All right, we have the role as Deluxe. So this is the key area that we're looking at. It means that if you upgrade, all right, the user account to a deluxe membership, it changes the role. And of course, in this case, we have the role as deluxe. So now I go back into OWSP Juice Shop. I go to the top left corner. I click on the deluxe membership, and it states the following: you are already a deluxe shop. I go to the top left corner. I click on the deluxe membership, and it states the following: you are already a deluxe member. So that's fantastic. And we have all these wonderful, amazing benefits of it. So now the question is, can we create an account who will automatically be issued the deluxe membership without paying for it? So that's the key part of today's tutorial. So what I can do now is go to the top right corner, click under account, and I go ahead and click log out. Right, so once I'm logged out, what I want to do now is to go ahead and create an account. So I'll go ahead and create an account by clicking on the account tab, click login, and if you scroll down further, there's this part and this segment called not yet a customer. So let's go ahead and click on it. So once you clicked on it, what we will do now is go to the top right corner. All right, select Burp Suite as our interceptor. Go to the top left corner, open up any terminal, and it is. All right, select Burp Suite as our interceptor. Go to the top left corner, open up any terminal, and in this case, I'll go ahead and open up Burp Suite, all right, to be our interceptor. And we'll take a look at what is being submitted over into the site when we do a user creation. All right, so we have temporary project. Click Next and click Start Burp Defaults. Okay, so now we're starting our Burp Suite Community Edition. So once you're in, ensure that the proxy intercept is on. So once you have all these details, go back into the browser. And in this case, let's go ahead and enter a new email address. So in this case, I'm going to enter, all right, hackingloy@loyliangyang.com. I'll enter the password for this field. Okay, I'll enter the password again. And now, of course, on the security question, I'll go ahead and select the following. All right, so in this case, your eldest sibling's middle name, and I'll enter hacker. All right, so once you click on the register, okay, it will get intercepted by Burp Suite right now, and you can see the following. There's a post/API/users, and we have the payload right here at the bottom. Okay, so this is the body part, and we can do a right click and send over to repeater. Okay, so let's go and send over to repeater, and now, as you can see here, we have requests as well as response. All right, so what we need to do is to examine what is being sent over during the user registration process, and of course, you can see here there's an email, password repeat, security question, and of course you can see the password is 123456778, and I assure you this is not my real password. Okay, so you can see the security question, you can see the security answer. Okay, can we add an additional field and enter the following as the membership? All right, so if you go back to the JSON Web Token here, all right, any of them, you can see here, we have the role. So we got to change the role, all right, to instead of customer, we are going to put it as deluxe. So go back to Burp Suite Community Edition. All right, so I can enter role. And now in this case, I can enter deluxe. Okay, so we're done. And in 3, 2, 1, we'll click send. Okay, and it states the following. Status success. So we managed to create the user account and we have the data right here. So this is the response, which is a blank username. All right, last login IP, ID, all right, 23. So this is the 23rd user inside the database. And we have the email as hackingloy@loyliangyang.com. And we have the role as deluxe and the updated at, created at, and deleted at. So now going back into the site, what I'm going to do now is turn off the interceptor. Okay, and we'll go back into OWSP Juice Shop and I'll go back into the home page, go to the top right corner, click on the login. All right, so let's go ahead and enter the email hackingloy@loyliangyang.com. And now we enter the password field, okay? And go ahead and click login. Go to the top left corner, click on the deluxe membership. You're now, all right, a deluxe member. So once again, what is happening here is that JSON Web Tokens generally should not be stored inside the user end. Because if the user browser gets hijacked, right, or the mobile application that actually has a component or a storage area that has the JSON Web Tokens, all these are going to be exposed to the hackers and they can run certain kind of manipulation. They can understand and examine the database table type and be able to run all these hacking techniques against all these different kind of values, attributes. And if you make them writable as part of your user registration process, all this makes it a lot easier for hackers to gain access into them. So once again, I hope you learned something valuable in today's tutorial. And of course, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below and I'll try my best to answer any of your questions. And like, share, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you can be kept abreast of the latest ethical hacking tutorial. Thank you so much once again for watching.
Do some troll levels. I haven't done these in a while because I keep getting them during the endless expert runs, but I figured we'll do a day dedicated to actually being in the troll mindset because I have nothing to lose because this isn't part of endless. So first things first, we gotta find one. Hold on, I follow a couple troll level creators. Mario turns himself into a pickle. Tax fraud is illegal for humans, not pickles, your honor. Hey, I already have a YouTube video with me committing tax fraud. Is this a troll level? That is definitely a troll level. That's enough for me. Here, let's get a timer out. Maybe we'll try to go work it after this. I'm not sure how optimized these are, but let's dive into it. We've turned into a pickle. I think Wilfred Bros has like a moderately tame smile. Tame like troll levels. We'll find out. Don't think. You just hold right and pray. Oh my god. Your boy! Look at that! I don't know if I need that P-switch. What is this? No, I got the key and I held left. Yeah, we were gaming. Hold on. What is this? What is his face? It's like a little smug. Oh, that's really interesting that you can't enter the pipe like that. Well, now we know. Alright though, 20 seconds in and we've already got the knowledge. We're doing well. Never mind. Don't jump. Don't do what I did. That was incorrect. We'll be down here and jump. There we go. No, the P-switch! Okay. Oh my god, I trolled myself. Dude, I figured out how to do it the first time and now I'm just dying in all the other ways. Okay, so we got a key here. Hopefully we actually go in here. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll just go here. No, we can't go here? Okay, we'll get this guy. We won't get this guy. What are we doing? What's the hint? Is it below me? The spring, there's something underneath the bumper. Huh. Oh wait, do I do this? Oh, that's... yeah, I think. Alright, move on. Alright, 50-50. What could possibly come out of this block that would be helpful? I don't know. Oh, I was supposed to move out of the way. Oh, the banger! We don't get the banger. That's a good troll. Super Ball! Alright, move out of the way here. Do we take damage though? That's the question. We're gonna take damage. Hopefully I'm not wrong. Don't hack me! I go over the top. Do I? No, is there a bumper there? No. No! I was supposed to take damage! Everything sucks. I feel like in the long run, if I take damage when I have a power before I go into the next section, I actually think I like lose more than I gain. Even though it should be the smarter thing to do. I guess I'm too smart. Because my success rate on taking damage... oh wait, what am I doing? I was about to do it again. My success rate on taking damage per point is like not worth. Alright, let's see what we have here. P-switch activates, and then we just, I don't know, figure it out. I have a feeling that, I was supposed to not. Okay, it doesn't matter. So that it moved. Wait. Wait, what are we doing? Oh, it breaks the block. Okay. Oh, so that's how it trolls me. Why didn't it suck me in the other two times? I kind of just went by it. I feel like I do trolls differently than other people. Like, I'll dodge 50 trolls the first time, and then when I try to get back, I'll just hit every troll I missed. And then I'll be like, oh, how did I dodge that? Pure skill, right? I think I just held left. Oh, that fish killed me. Okay. I have to move out of the way. Yay, we got in a door. Am I dead? Why did I... That's so good. Oh my god. It's a really good one. I like that a lot. Big bait. If you get me the laugh and the troll, that's when you know it's a good troll, because I don't laugh a lot. That's so good, dude. Is that H? Yo, you can't give up the thickness. No, I want to be thick. So the notebox gonna give me something. We're gonna go on the right side. What? I was too slow? I even knew it was going to the right. You gotta be a fast boy, man. At least it could be thickness. Hopefully this isn't a troll level where you get set back to CP1. Because I was looking around for you. Can I even dodge this? You can't even hit the spike, huh? Alright, well. Huh. Interesting. We started off strong, now we're kind of being flaccid. How do I... oh, I have to walk off, I think. No, I just wait. Okay, sure. Stop it. You know we gotta get the 30 for the fans. I'm probably not supposed to be thick, but... We'll get the 30 for the fans. Nice. No, I can't enter this door, can I? At least you got the 30. No, I'm probably... Yeah, I gotta go in here. Dang. No! Unfortunate. So, do I just... I think I have to be fast? I think we just be fast. No 30. I think getting the 30 costed me. Okay, we don't duck. Well, we do duck, then we hold up. Interesting. Wow, ducking killed me. That's so weird. Do we take the double damage? We're taking the double damage. Alright, it's gonna work this time. Oh! No, we're not touching that. The double damage actually kind of worked. Okay, we'll go here, I guess. Never mind. So I'm supposed to go to the right. Dude, they're playing Pong. One player Pong. Wait, I think I can get this. Oh, I can! I got it for the fans. There you guys go. We got you guys. Oh, wait. No, I was trying to figure out how do I actually go to the right? Because it turns around before I can fit through. Unless I'm missing something. Probably missing something. I'm dodging one of your favorite trolls. Your boy. Fans. What is up here? I guess we'll check. Oh, nothing. Okay. No, I guess we just go fast. Okay, that works. No time to think. No! We had time to think, man. Nah, you hecked it up. When does this fall? Oh. Okay, stop moving. Okay. No! That's a good troll. What? How did I... Wait, what? That's so weird. Is it because I was holding down before I entered the door? That one's flabbergasting me. Is that a word? Oh. Wingsuit. Another wingsuit. Just do that, I guess. Never mind, let's not do that.
Helping me wind down at the end
What the
of my
heck?
day.
No. That was very weird. No, the 30 wasn't worth it. Alright, we're not gonna get it anymore. Here's another troll I dodged. What the heck is this? I missed my jump to the Wiggler, dude. Come here, buddy. That's so... I dodged it so many times. We just fall down here, right? Yeah, and then we get this guy. So what do we do here? Jump back? No! It came back again, dude. I got double debated. Jabated. Aided. Okay, there's no block there. Oh, I guess I could have made that. Nice, we got the second checkpoint. Now we're gonna get this one up and fall down. And the goal's right here. I'm willing to bet $5 million. The bombshell to this. I guess we kick it. Kick it. Kick it. No. So they just hold left. We're gonna hold left. Nice. We're gonna ground pound this. What's the worst thing that happens? I get sent back to the first checkpoint. I don't even know what this is. Is that a soft lock down there? There's a smile down there. Alright, what's in here, I guess? 30 for the fans! Don't even care about anything. If we're sneaking, we're going down. No, we died. Oh, so apparently I dodged all this, huh? Okay. Very cool. I think I just hold left there. 30 for the fans. Probably just wait here because I don't know what happened last time. Oh. 50-50. Alright, now we actually have to think about this because we're in a situation where it's the exact same thing. I go right or left. And this one is actually like a 4D chess because it's a creator that knows what they're doing. So people will be like, oh, it went right last time, it's probably going to go left. But then the creator's like, no, you think that. I'm going to make you go right twice. But then you're going to have a person like me that overthinks. It's like, no, it's going to be left because you think I'm going to go right twice when it's not. So we're going to go left. And there you go, your boy. Like me that overthinks. But then the creator's like, a creator that knows what they're doing. So people will be like, oh, it went right last time, it's probably gonna left. But then the creator's like, no, you think that, I'm gonna make you go right twice. But then you're gonna have a person like me that overthinks. It's like, no, it's gonna be left because you think I'm gonna go right twice when it's not. So we're gonna go left. And there you go, your boy. We've done it. Now what? I guess I have to be small. Somehow. Maybe? Hey, we did it though. We went left. We knew it. Wait, I need that 30. Okay. So how do we take damage? We go in the pipe? I guess we'll find out. Now we take damage, right? No, I gotta figure this part out. How'd I die from exiting that pipe? Oh, I made a mistake. I think it was because it was blocked off technically, but you couldn't see. Like the mushroom platform was right below it, which means that since the pipes are blocked off on both sides, it just kills you. It prevents you from like going back and exiting each pipe indefinitely. Now what? I'll figure this out, don't worry. I'm only dumb kind of. Let's break this, cause why not? Not do anything. No, I went into the pipe by accident. That was the plan all along. I didn't even mean to do that. Yeah, it blocks off that pipe. I think I see what to do, actually, if I'm right. Let's find out if I'm right, though. Maybe I'm left. So just do this. No, I'm incorrect. Oh, wait, do I just break this block? Oh. You know, sometimes you overcomplicate. Oh. You know, sometimes you overcomplicate things. Too not enough time to think. No. What are we doing here? This is so complicated. We'll go left side. Sure, why not? Yo, one up farm? Let's go. So we were supposed to go to the right side. Dude, the juice. Actually, didn't pay attention. So how do we do the right side? I guess I gotta pay attention again. Oh, I have to hit that block. No. How? I think just don't hold down. Forehead. Right, just ow. Ow. Yo, thumbnail shot. Hold on, wait a minute. See, that's the big brain play. We get trolled because that'll help us find the perfect thumbnail shot. It's all part of the plan. Wait, where's the pipe? I need to make sure I don't hold down. Is it that one? How did I dodge it the first time? All right, we just have to not hold down. Whoop. I messed up. Whoop. Okay. Is there any way to enter this? No? Okay. Sure. So keep going up. Don't die. I'm just gonna stand here. Okay, fine. I won't be that way. Not standing still was a play. It was not. But I also kind of want to see what was after that door. Aha! Take that. Oh, I have a shellman with... No, I don't. No, I thought it was gonna be a big brain here. Dang it. I was gonna keep a shellman with me and I can't. Can't anyways. I can't pick up things. You know what? I got excited prematurely. Oh, I'm not supposed to go here, man. I thought I was looking for some good content right there. How did I enter this the first time? Oh, okay. I guess I can just go back. Sure. All right, we'll stand here. How about that, huh? That's so smart. Oh my god, I'm so impressed. Dude, I'm actually just amazed. I'm not mad at all. That's a very, very impressive troll. I am so amazed. See, these are the types of trolls that I like to see. All right, those are creative AF. How did I do this the first time? It's always like literally the first time I enter a new area. I can't do it ever again. Like, how on earth did I beat that POW to enter the door? This is insane. We're just gonna wait, I guess. That's the world record strat. strat. You just somehow just... Alright, so we actually have to schmoove here. That's so smart, dude. GG. Ah, look at that. It's not over because I got trolled and I'm sad forever. I was so close. Dang it, dude. Prematurely excited. Maybe that's a thumb. Dang that. Smart, dude. GG. Ah, look at that. It's not over because I got trolled and I'm sad forever. I was so close. Dang it, dude. Prematurely excited. Maybe that's a thumbnail shot, huh? The fake goal. This is a very good troll level. And I'm not in the endless mindset, dude. If I was doing endless and I got this level, I would be very upset. I would still like it though, because it's extremely creative trolls. But the amount of lives I'll be going through... Oh god, I almost got destroyed. Wait, how do you activate it? Oh, okay. Very good level, dude. Huge fan. 19 minutes, dude. Sub 20. This worker might be optimized, though. We'll see. They ended with a hard, not a THX. That's true. Just out of curiosity, if I were to look at the thumbnail, I should start doing this because I don't look at the thumbnail to not spoil myself. You know, sometimes they throw in like hidden Easter eggs like this. What is this? Thanks, Bearware. You know, got some faces. You got Frank. Is that Frank? This guy? There's a bum down there. Yeah, like if I saw the thumbnail, I could see that the goal would not be that tall. So no spoiling. No THX though. That's the only downside of these troll levels. Very good troll level though. Wilfred Bros. Well, Wilfred Bros. They changed their name. It was definitely Wilfred Bros before. They make some good ones. Let me try this once. All right. If I want to try to bother optimizing it or trying to get the world record, I might not. No, that's not optimal. No, I jumped too early. Oh, this part's gonna suck to optimize, honestly. No! Dude, I stopped pressing down. We'll see how optimized this is. 124, what is that? Ah! Activate! Okay, my god. Do I have to go all the way to the right? I think I do. Okay, I wasted, I want to say 3 seconds on the end, so I had to save 2 seconds somewhere. I'm a second too slow. I think I see where I can save it. That's slow. I'll practice. I got it! Wait. One more time. I messed up one part. I even said this is slow and I still got it, dude. This potential. Oh, I didn't expect that. Ah, that was a little slow. I didn't enter the door immediately because I'm stupid. Oh, there we go. A little better. Nice, sub 124. Even though I messed up a little. It's fine though. Good enough. Alright, well, this one was pretty good. Big fan. Some of the trolls were really funny. And we managed to get the world record, so that's pretty hype. Wilfred Bros, or should I say Wilfred Boss, doesn't disappoint.
"10, 15, 20 moves ahead." And it's a great myth because I'm a grandmaster and it makes me look like a super freaking genius. But the truth is, in just the first 4 moves, there are 318 billion ways you could play. Now, that'd be cool if I could pull that off, but grandmasters just can't. It's too much. So we use different techniques to be able to look ahead. And some of these techniques include chunking, which means taking a group of a chess position and seeing what possibilities can come from just that group, or pattern recognition, which is just going over a lot of positions that look very similarly and extrapolating truths from that. The stepping stone method, which is to take a position, freeze it in your mind, and go from there to guess the next position. But one of my favorites that I love to solve these kind of chess puzzles is called retrograde analysis. And what you do with retrograde analysis is that in order to look ahead, it pays to look backwards. Now, why is this so useful? Well, in chess, it's a very complicated case. You got all these chess pieces, it's 32 pieces, but after 5 moves, the position starts to evolve a little bit, and then the game starts to go on, and you see the chess position get a little simpler and a little bit simpler and less pieces on the board, until finally, in this case, a game that I played in a tournament in Foxwoods, it gets to something like this. When great players play, it often gets to something like this. You don't see like some easy early checkmate, grandmasters see through all that stuff. What you see is some end game, something really, really simple. And we like to study things like this, grandmasters do, so that if we get to them, we know how to play them cold, but also so that we can steer the position that's in front of us, the more complex ones you saw earlier, to something this easy, something this simple. So in this way, when you're dead, I already knew like 10 moves ago because I knew where we were going. Now, why is this so effective? Well, it's something about the human mind. The problem with the human mind, we're very logical creatures. So I want you to play along with me a few games. Take a look at this sentence. Now, most of you read a sentence the second time around and realize that you missed the word the first time around. Your mind is very logical. It proceeds forward. It just ignores anything that breaks with its logical stream. And so you don't see the word the first time, the second the first time you read it. But if you read this sentence backwards, you would automatically catch it. You'd go backwards, and then you get to brain, and you get to then you say, whoa, there are 2 thes in the sentence. This is a really cool trick for proofreading papers. You know, you're writing a paper, and then there's like these silly mistakes. Why are these mistakes in my paper? You read it backwards, you'll catch all of them. All right, let's go on to this problem, an interesting problem. Bacteria that double every 24 hours fill a lake it has infested after precisely 60 days. On what day was the lake half full? Now, a lot of people seeing this problem, they think 30, like, you know, you split it in half. Well, that's not the right answer. And also, people might want to calculate. It's too big, it's math, it's boring, I don't want to do that either. But if you do this problem backwards, you get the answer right away. What's the answer? 59. Obviously, you start at the end, you go backwards. It's like, oh, yeah, it's half full. The answer is 59. Here's another puzzle, a little bit more complicated. You have 6 numbers, 1 through 6. The cards are face down. You and I are going to pick a card. You pick a card, and you look at it. It says the number 2. I look at my card. I think about it for a minute, and I say, I want to trade. The reason I want to trade, we're going to trade to see who has the highest number at the end. Do you trade with me? Yes. Most people say, of course, I got a 2. 2 sucks. There are 4 numbers higher. Probability says I'm going to do better. Wrong answer. You're playing a grandmaster. You start from the back and you work it out. If I had the number 6, would I offer to trade? Of course not. I'm not dumb. What about the number 5? Probably not either, because you're not going to say yes if you have a 6. Well, if 5's not going to trade and 6 is not going to trade, 4 is going to be like, I'm not trading either, because 5 and 6s don't trade. So you see what happens as we work. 4 is going to say yes if you have a 6. I'm not dumb. What about the number 5? Probably not either, because you're not going to say yes if you have a 6. Well, if 5's not going to trade and 6 is not going to trade, 4 is going to be like, I'm not trading either, because 5 and 6s don't trade. So you see what happens as we work backward. 3 is going to realize 4, 5, and 6, they don't trade. So the offer is definitely a 1, and all of you who said yes, thanks for your money. So you see what happens as we work backward. 3 is going to be like, I'm not trading either, because 5 and 6s don't trade. So you see what happens as we work backward. Because you're not going to say yes if you have a 6. Well, if 5's not going to trade and out, if I had the number 6, would I offer to trade? Of course not. I'm not dumb. What about the number 5? Probably not either, because you're not going to say yes if you have a 6. Well, if 5's not going to trade and 6 is not going to trade, 4 is going to be like, I'm not trading either, because 5 and 6s don't trade. So you see what happens as we work backward. 3 is going to realize 4, 5, and 6, they don't trade. So the offer is definitely a 1, and all of you who said yes, thanks for your money. So this retrograde analysis, they don't trade. So you see what happens as we work. So this retrograde analysis is used in different places. It's used to prove intoxications hours after an alleged DUI by Pennsylvania police officers, which is kind of cool. Well, it means don't drink and drive. The use of retroanalysis used in law, science, medicine. Well, it means don't drink and drive. The use of retroanalysis, which is kind of cool. Well, stock market, one of the most interesting uses is in this movie, which I know a lot of you know, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, where Brad Pitt plays a guy who's living his life backwards. And what this movie makes me think of is that great quote that, that quote you often hear from people who are older, that youth is wasted on the young. Well, if you can see the end game, your youth will not be wasted on you. Thank you very much. On you. Well, if you can see the end game, you're on the young. Well,